What's poppin' YouTube? A Crazy Connect here with another Resident Evil 3 video. Even though we wrapped up the platinum in our last video, this brings us to my platinum experience. If you're new here and don't know what that is, well, let me tell you, you are in for a treat. I give a full recap of our platinum journey. We go over the difficulty related trophies, miscellaneous trophies, and any potential plat blockers. Now without further ado, this is my platinum experience. Resident Evil 3 consists of 33 trophies, 4 gold, 12 silver, 16 bronze, and of course that ever so elusive platinum. PSN Profiles has Resident Evil 3 coming in at a 4 out of 10 difficulty rating, 4 playthroughs, and 20 hours to platinum, making this the easiest of the 3 Resident Evils we have earned the platinum for thus far. With 1 and 2 both coming in at a 5 out of 10, 6 playthroughs, and 30 hours each. I'm not sold Resident Evil 3 is a 4, or even 3 out of 10 difficulty. Capcom has gift wrapped, not even wrapped this platinum for us. They basically handed it to us. After completing Resident Evil 1 and 2, this was a breath of fresh air when it comes to earning all of those trophies. Resident Evil 3 was short and straight to the point. RE3 was the most linear of the 3 games so far, if not completely linear, which is something we haven't seen with the Resident Evil franchise. Unlike RE1 and 2, with its vague hints on where to go, which could lead to hours aimlessly wandering around, hoping to accidentally run into the room and find that item you need to progress. Although it did feel like a DLC being so short, I really enjoyed this game for what it is. As for the trophies, we have 10 story related, which are unmissable, 12 miscellaneous trophies that have you doing various tasks in certain situations, 5 collectible, and 5 difficulty related trophies. The trophies that you'll more than likely earn naturally just by playing the game are basic chemistry, craft an item, which is one of the first trophies I earned. All you need to do is combine various herbs together that will benefit Jill throughout the story. Gunsmith. Improve a weapon. To earn this trophy, all you need to do is find any gun-specific attachment and combine it to a weapon in your inventory. Get organized. Expand your inventory. This mechanic was thankfully introduced in RE2 and carried over into RE3. You can find these pouches that increase your inventory slot by picking one up will earn us this trophy. An unfortunate end, defeat zombie Brad. Ah yes, our good friend Brad. Unfortunately for him, he did not see the happy ending we would hope for. The only area you can obtain this trophy is when we take over as Carlos. Just before we enter the RPD, we meet an old undead friend. Hello, Charlie. Destroy a Charlie doll. A Charlie doll is one of the collectibles we will find in Resident Evil 3. They are the equivalent to Mr. Raccoons we've seen in RE2. Simply, find one and shoot it to pop this trophy. 2 for 1 deal. Will require us to kill 2 zombies with 1 shot. There are many opportunities to pop this trophy. The next set of trophies are the ones that I missed on my initial playthrough, starting with Power Stones, which requires Jill to find a red, a blue, and a green gem. Once these 3 gems have been acquired, we insert them into the clock tower monument, and voila, a trophy will pop. Electric Slide is a time-based trophy that is obtainable towards the end of the game. Jill needs to collect all the fuses in the warehouse in under 5 minutes. Sprinter might seem a little intimidating or daunting at first glance. But once you have played through the game or have unlocked the rockets, you should have no issues completing the story in under 2 hours, even with hitting continue upon deaths. I might need these later, which I comboed with the hardcore playthrough and infinite rockets. During this trophy, you must complete the game using one or fewer recovery items. The only point you can heal is when Jill gets infected with the parasite. Again, this seems daunting, but the items in the shop do not void this trophy, so recovery coins, which will heal you over time, are game, along with the rockets, making this trophy a breeze. Minimalist is a staple Resident Evil trophy. It requires us to go through the game without opening the item box. Don't worry, if you're like me and just drew a blank and open it accidentally, you can reload a previous save.
Oh, no way! We just fucked the trophy. Oh, no.
Sensational work can be comboed with Jill Valentine, and both are S rank related. Jill Valentine will require us to get an S rank on Inferno, so we're going to get 3 trophies for the price of 1. For the collectibles, we have files, Charlie dolls, lockers, strong boxes, and pickable locks. As for the difficulty and time related trophies, these are going to seem way more intimidating, like we said before, than they actually are. Luckily for us, unlike Resident Evil 2, we had to give an arm, a leg, do a rain dance, and sacrifice a chicken, or buy the infinite rockets. We have the luxury of grinding and farming our way to everything we need for these pesky trophies. If we take a look at the bonuses and look at our records, we have various objectives that are trophy related, weapon related, that give X amount of points towards recovery coins, rockets, and various stuff in the shop. Once you've accumulated enough points for the rockets, extra inventory slots, the combat manual, the iron defense coin, and recovery coins, these difficulty related trophies and time trophies are an absolute joke. There are 2 farming locations that I used. The first one is when you're playing as Carlos, defending Jill in the hospital. And the second one is where you're playing as Jill after you obtain the USB and stuff hits the fan. You just rinse and repeat these 2 scenarios until all of the objectives are completed. For Carlos, you want to focus on the AR and handgun kills, whereas Jill, you want to focus on the grenade launcher, mag, shotgun kills. All of these stats track across every playthrough, and it's not as tedious as it might sound. To cut down the farming, I recommend you do the collectibles, miscellaneous trophies that you missed, including minimalist. It doesn't make sense to leave minimalist for last, because you can't use the rockets anyway. You might as well get the 7,000 points towards the rockets and other items. Now, this is why I say it's easier than a 4 out of 10, because once you've obtained the rockets and the recovery coins, once you hit that first item box, you won't notice a difference from assisted to infernal, at least until the final boss on infernal. But we'll circle back to that later. One thing I didn't really like about the difficulty related trophies is that you have to beat the game on hardcore to unlock Nightmare, and beat the game on Nightmare to unlock Inferno. This is just tedious and begs the question of why. It's just mind-numbing runs. Don't get me wrong, I love blowing up zombies with infinite rockets just as much as the next guy, but doing it 3 times gets a bit meh. Now back to the final boss on Inferno. This boss is no joke. The rockets do help, however, if you get hit, you're more than likely getting stun locked, and you just have to take the death over and over and over and over. You really have to utilize the perfect dodge and pick your shots. After you beat the game on Inferno, assuming after the 3rd time through, you will know exactly where everything is and will have completed the game in under 2 hours, the plat will finally pop. Overall, I'm going to give Resident Evil 3 a 3 out of 10 just because of the final boss on Inferno. Otherwise, this would have easily been a 2 in my books. 4 playthroughs and 20 to 25 hours later, you will have a brand new shiny plat to the collection. I recommend this platinum to any Resident Evil lover out there. Or if you're brand new to trophy hunting, this is a great place to start. This was my platinum experience. We have full platinum playthroughs of Resident Evil 1, 2, and now 3 up on the channel. If you guys are interested in those journeys, check them out. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like, comment on what you thought of it, or if you're planning on obtaining this platinum, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, happy hunting.